everyone. Welcome to Mental Harmony Podcast. I am your host, Lesha. Thank you for coming to listen. If you're listening today, just know that it's going to be some real stuff that I'm going to talk about that a lot of people don't really talk about. And so we're just going to jump into it. So as you can see, today's episode is about the toxicity of social media. And I don't really see a lot of people talk about this. It's really important to talk about it because of mental health. Mental health is important. And this affects your mental health. Social media affects your mental health and your mental state. And you just have to know that you have to be aligned with yourself. So if you are just more worried about social media and how you present yourself and how you look and how people see you every day, if you stress yourself about that every day, then that's not good, because you're not worrying about something that can relatively help you throughout your everyday life realistically, because a lot of things on social media is not real. A lot of things on there it's kind of well, let's just say it's not realistic. Some of the stuff is half lies, meaning everybody does not share everything for real. Sometimes people have to make up lies to make themselves look more pleasing to their audience, and we see that a lot with celebrities, and we see that a lot with influencers. But I just want to know that I'm not saying like all of every aspect of social media is toxic. Social media have its ways to help people, whether if it's mental health, whether if it's with financial situations, or if you need to learn about news that you probably won't hear on TV, because sometimes the government keeps stuff behind doors when some people just like say, yeah, this is happening, and the newslet is not talking about it because they don't want people to know. So it's certain aspects that social media can help people. But the reason why I'm doing this topic, I was like, you know what, I should do it. I had two friends that recently basically talk about how they want to get away from social media, saying like how people come on here and it's just competition of like what you're wearing, how you're looking. Oh, you shouldn't wear those shoes because they're like not in trend. You shouldn't wear that dress because it's not in trend. Everything is like a competition. And that's really what's going on between a lot of women. I don't see it with men. I see it mostly with women, because as women, it's just with women, we're just more emotional beings. And when it comes to social media, we are more targeted when it comes to how we present ourselves, because men could go in there any type of way, men can do whatever, and they really technically don't get criticized. I don't see a lot of men on there getting pressured like how you know, with women I see a lot of criticism and pressure. And I'm just gonna name a few, like when it comes to the pressure of being a woman. And number one thing is the surgery. Surgery is very huge right now, and I've seen plenty of people saying that they want to get a BBL, they want to get their breasts done, they want to get this done, and that's because their favorite influencers have their body done. And why did those influencers get their body done? Because it's so much pressure on women, how their body is supposed to look. Women, relatively to men, majority of men, I'm not saying all men think like this, but majority of men want their women to have a big bosom, big boobs. They have like a realist how they want their man to look. So these influencers are going to go get their body done because they want to look a certain way. They don't want anyone to be like, you don't have any butt, you don't have this, you don't have that, you should look like this. They get their body done. And because they're influencers, because it's literally their job to influence people, so once they get their body done, then the people who follow them every day and look at them every day, they they're like, okay, I need my body to look like this. So then the little money that they have, they're going to use it to get their body done, knowing that they barely have any money. These influencers, whatever their money they're making, they can afford it. But you, as a low income or middle class, and you're young and you're trying to make your money to however you know trying to make it in life, and you use it to get surgery done, and sometimes you're going to regret it. And surgery is very, very risky. People have died from surgery. It's so many stories with women dying on the table from blood clots, and just their body's not handling it, because everybody's body is different. Everybody's is not the same. So surgery is just, I don't know if you guys ever, if you know Beyonce's song Pretty Little, not Pretty Little Thing, y'all, you know Beyonce's songs Pretty Hurts. That song, it's really inspiring. It's talking about how you need surgery on your soul, not surgery on your body, because it's from within, it's not from the outside. So if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling some type of um like not criticism but pressure of how you're supposed to be feeling as a woman, as a human being, that is from your inside. You have to work yourself on the inside. You can't just go run to do surgery. No, sweetheart, that's what is, no, surgery is just fixing your physical appearance. It's not fixing your mental state. And that goes back to my first episode talking about how to find yourself on your journey. You have to start from within. You have to start with your mind. You have to get connected with your mind, your spirituality, because your mind is very powerful. Everything in that you see, everything that you taste, everything that you touch has to do with your mind. Has to do with your is everything is psychological. Everything has to do with your psyche. So you seeing people getting their bodies done, it wants you to get your body done because you feel like you're supposed to do it like that. And as I said, your mind is powerful. So it's good to get connected with yourself. Stop allowing people to make you feel like you're not supposed to be like this. You're not supposed to look like this. Stop listening to negative Nancy's. Don't let people try to tell you how to move in silence. Matter of fact, like some people, they get off of social media and rebrand themselves and go back on. It's good to rebrand yourself, but don't just rebrand yourself on the outside by like changing your wardrobe, your aesthetic, and your however you want to present yourself on social media. Also make sure to rebrand yourself on the inside, because that's where a lot of mistakes with people happen, because they would come back on, but then they still feel the same type of way because they did not fix themselves on the inside. I have taken a break off of social media before because it was like depressing. I felt like I didn't have enough followers. I felt like I wasn't getting enough likes. I felt like people wasn't caring about me posting, and I'm supposed to present myself a certain way. And I one day caught myself. I was like, hold on. No. We're not going to do this. We're not going to think like that. We're not going to think of ourselves like that. I'm not gonna think of myself like that. I said I'm gonna take a break. I took a 2-month break, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And that 2-month break was, let me tell you, it was amazing. I did still have TikTok, but TikTok is kind of not as bad as Instagram. Instagram is crazy. It's so toxic. And when I took that break, it was so amazing. I didn't even feel like re-downloading Instagram. Like, it was such a beautiful cleansing period for me. And I would do it again. I would definitely do it again. And I recommend it. Having a cleanse from social media would do you so much. Because we are a generation, like if you're in my range, like if you're, people from like teenagers to older, well, this is an age of technology runs everything. As you can see, we have AI is going to be doing majority of things for us. And yeah, technology runs this generation. And I already know, like, you gotta have to use technology for work at this point. at this period. If you don't have a computer, if you don't have a phone, then you can't do anything in this life at this point. But you can cleanse yourself from social media. You don't have to be on social media every day and all the time. And I also heard like from my friend, she was saying like that most people who comes on here like every day and talk, whatever they post, some people post every day on their Instagram or wherever. Some people are not even, don't even display themselves like that in real life. They create an avatar, literally. They create an avatar for online. That's how they create a certain mask, how they want to present themselves online. And when you meet with them in person, it's just going to be like, that's not how you were acting online. And some people do that because they're afraid of how, like, their personality not being good enough. And that's bad, because you're going to fall off eventually. You're going to fall off with that fake personality because you can't keep up. That's not you. Just be yourself. Just completely be yourself. You can get inspirations from people. Once it's a positive inspiration, you get inspiration, but don't try to become someone else that you don't want to be. Like, you want to be, I've seen, introvert, extrovert. If you know you're an introvert, that's fine. That does not mean you don't have a personality. That does not mean you won't be accepted. If people don't accept you, that means people probably don't see. Let's say this: don't try to get validation on what people, especially people who are not paying you. These people are not paying you. Have your followers and people you follow are not paying you. Don't look for validation from them. People pay for your value. I'm gonna say that because, to be honest, people pay for your value. People pay for what you offer. People pay for what you offer to the table. Your followers and the people you're following are not paying you. Stop trying to get validation from them. They're not paying you a cent. And I want to compare social media to jail. Yes, jail. Why? Because you're like in a you're in a cell, and you're only limited to certain resources. You're only limited to what's there, what's given to you, what you're supposed to be saying, what you're supposed to say, what you're supposed to do. I see in a lot of I know you all see a lot of doctors and nurses coming on there saying that you're supposed to be doing this, you're not supposed to be eating this, you're not supposed to be drinking this. That's another thing that is, I feel like it's a lot on people, telling people what to drink, what to eat. You shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. So many ads pop up with vitamins. Take this, buy this, do this. It's just money, 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 money. Social media runs off of capitalism so bad. Like, every ad is something to buy, every ad is something for you to invest. And that's kind of toxic, because you I'm gonna tell you this: people who are like 60 years old, they did not have social media in their 20s. They have none of that. So they only had whatever knowledge they had from their parents, whatever knowledge they had from people around them, or whatever. That's what they used. Whatever they felt like was good for them, that's what they bought. They did not let social media ruin them, because they didn't have social media. They probably had a more healthy life than us in their 20s, because they did not have so much advertisement. I mean, yes, they had TV, but social media is way worse. So yeah, whatever vitamins you feel like is good for you, collagen, iron, whatever you want to take it. You know your body. Don't be taking all kinds of stuff and you don't know what you're putting in your body because you've seen it on social media, or it's gonna have influencers influencing you to buy these things. Don't just spend your money. You have to use your money wisely. social media or something else. Yeah, so back to trying to get validation, seeking validation from followers. If you know that you are feeling locked up and you feel stuck when you're on social media, when you post, when you look at things, get a cleanse. Get approval from God. Don't get approval from people. If you are Christian or if you're not, it doesn't matter. Get approval from God. Stop trying to seek validation from people that you barely know. Strangers online. First, let's just say this. And I'm not saying you can't be an influencer. Be an influencer, but do not let it influence you to feel like you are not perfect until people tell you you are perfect. Don't let it come to that. Listen to God. A matter of fact, that goes back to spirituality, getting connected with your spirit, getting connected to God, because only God can judge you. Listening to people judging you it's not gonna do anything for you. Those people are not God. They're not gods. They can't do anything for you. Listen to God. Pray. Read your Bible. The Bible has so many real things in there. I'm gonna let you know this. Read the Bible. Look up quotes, not quotes, but look up scriptures that can help you with your mental state. And if you're lost, like how you feel about yourself, look it up. Look up scriptures, and I can guarantee you the Bible will help you. God can help you. You don't have to go through social media, because I know a lot of people look up, how to feel like this, how to da 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 da, and they look it up on social media. No, don't do that. That's gonna only hurt you more. Social media is not. Its majority of it is not a safe place, and it ruins relationships. How does it ruin relationships? Especially with celebrities, I've seen them break up because of fans chatting and fans suspecting things, saying that this person is doing this person doesn't, they don't look happy together. It can be a 3-second video of them on red carpet, and people will be in the comments like, yeah, they don't look happy together. Why is he touching her? Why is they're not showing affection? Why? It's a 3-second video. People will literally, off a 3-second video, act like they know the whole relationship. That's toxic. Don't let people come on here to validate your relationship. Don't listen to what other people say. They don't know what you do. They don't know if y'all in love, y'all in love. Don't let them come on there and be like, they're not in love. If you listen to social media to make points about your relationship, to listen to them and be like, yeah, they're right, then what's the point? Then you're not really in love. Then you're not really into that relationship, because you're listening to these strangers who doesn't even know about you guys. Y'all don't live with them. You guys don't live with none of these people. You guys live with each other. You see each other every day, wake up with each other, do whatever daily stuff you guys do, whatever. Why listen to these strangers online? So yeah, do not let social media tell you how your relationship is supposed to look, how your relationship's supposed to sound, because I've seen this too. Too many people look at and get inspiration from different relationships. I want my man to be like this. I want my relationship to be like this. If he ain't like this, if she ain't like this, it's a no. I genuinely hate it. Why? Because you are not You don't know what those people do behind doors. You don't know how is that relationship behind doors. They're just showing you the outside. You're not even inside the egg. You're not, you just out, you just seen the shell of the egg. You're not even seeing the yolk. That's just the shell. Everybody that you see on social media, everything that they do, every mundane activity, mundane meaning like cooking, cleaning, everything that they do, that is just the outer shell of them. That is not inside the egg. That's not the yolk. So that's why I said, don't let social media be like, your relationship's supposed to be like this. Da, 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 da. If it's bad, stop posting these other celebrity relationships saying that you want your man to be like this, you want your woman to be like this. It's not cute at all. To me, it's not going to be helpful for you, because you are basically trying to build your relationship on something that you don't even know what happens behind doors. You don't even know the depth of the relationship. You just want your relationship to look like that. And no relationship is perfect. Nobody is perfect. So that relationship is not going to be perfect. So stop trying so hard to make it perfect based on a 3-second video, 5-second video, even a 1-minute video. Stop trying to make your relationship be built on that type of stuff. It's not going to work out, because you're trying to shape out something that's not real. It's just, it's a half truth thing. It's not technically fully real. And I see a lot of young people do it. And they do also with wanting to have kids. If you're not ready to have kids, do not have kids. Do not have kids. I know it's a lot of people, influencers, that showcase their kids. And yes, we see a lot of cute, beautiful babies, toddlers. And us young people, because I'm 23, a lot of people around my age, they're like, oh my gosh, I want a kid now because I've seen this influencer. They have a baby and I want a baby now. Sweetheart, if you are not in the position to have a child, do not have a child. These people have money. These people probably plan to have a kid. You just seeing they have a kid and you want a kid, that doesn't make sense to me at all. Let me tell you, 23, you're just starting your life at 23. You're just starting your life. Whether you're 20, 23, 21, 22, whatever age, you're just starting your life. If your life is not established, meaning if your life is not financially well, mentally, you're not doing, like, you don't have like a job that is paying you well or whatever. If you're not established, do not try to go out here to have a child. I know I've seen a lot of people say they don't want to have a kid at 30, they want to have a kid now in 24. Tell me which sounds better. You either have a kid at 22 and you're struggling, or you want to wait later on until your life is established. And there's nothing wrong. Things happen. People have kids at 23. It's nothing wrong with that. But if you are able to control yourself and not have that kid at 23, and you can wait until you're well established, you meet somebody that's well established, you can wait. Kids, having a kid at 23, and what is it going to do for you? I mean, I don't know. I guess it can help you, how to be a woman. I can't really say, because I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and my sisters, they're stressed a lot. They get stressed out a lot with their kids. So I'm just saying, at 23, in your 20s, live your life. Live your life. Wait to have that kid. If you really want kids, wait. It's better for you and it's better for the kids. But yes, I know social media showcases a lot about the benefits of having a kid and this and that. Listen to yourself. Listen to your intuition, and just make sure you have your head on. Do action and not think before you do that action. and not think before you do the action. People get envious of relationships, lifestyles, and it's sad to see, because some of these people have the potential of being better, and they just decide to be envious and jealous and wish that people would die because they're how come I don't have this? They don't deserve this. You don't even know the person. So don't ever be jealous of anyone. Don't ever be envious. Having a lot of animosity for somebody you barely know, it speaks a lot of volumes. It just shows that you are just one of those people that wants everything for themselves. They feel like they deserve everything. But are you doing it? Are you doing any action? You're just probably sitting down, laying down. You're just like, oh, I don't want, this person deserves this. But that person is working hard. That person is doing and not just saying. Don't just say it. You have to do it. Don't just be jealous of people. You want that for yourselves. Be happy for that person, and you get up and you start doing your whatever you need to do. Just start doing it. So we're coming to the end of this podcast, and I just want to say that if you feel like you are not in a good place with social media, you don't have a great relationship with social media right now, I want you to take a cleanse. And the benefits of that cleanse is that you have more meaningful conversations with people in real life, because you don't have to have having social media, you're forced. Sometimes people force themselves to have conversations only online, but taking away that social media, you have more meaningful conversations with your family, with your friends. You don't have to just do it through social media. Your mental state is going to get better, because, as I said, everything that you see on social media, it can mess with your psyche. Everything has an effect on your mind. Everything that you see, everything that you hear, everything that you taste, whatever, it has an effect on your mind. So just doing it, seeing things and learning things through social media, sometimes it can affect your mental state. So getting a cleanse from social media, it can help you with your mental state. Having more calm mornings, you wake up, you don't have to worry about, because when you wake up, most people, when they wake up, the first thing they do is go on their phone and go on Instagram and TikTok. Let me tell you, the first thing that you do in the morning is going to the first thing that you do in the morning, that is going to shape the way your day is going to be. So if you go on Instagram, the first thing in the morning, that is going to shape the way your day is all supposed to be. So if you take away social media, take away that cleanse, you have that cleanse. You wake up, the first thing you do, you pray, you meditate, you read your Bible. I can guarantee you, your day is going to be so calm, and it's going to feel so much lighter, not a lot of pressure. And nights, your nights are going to be way more calmer. You read something, you write something, you can even watch a little movie if you want. But your nights are going to be so much calm without social media. And with this mental state, you're going to have less anxiety, because I don't know if people know, I don't know if everybody goes through this, but when I'm about to post, I get so anxious, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope enough people post. I hope enough people like my photo, comment on my photo. That's anxiety. That's being anxious. And social media does that to you. So if you get a lot of anxiety from posting, take a break. Rebuild your confidence. Rebuild it. And just write down things, get a journal, write down, just rebrand your inside. Do not rebrand your physicality. Do not rebrand your physical self. Rebrand your spirit. I hope that the message for today reaches out to a lot of people, because I really want a lot of people, a lot of young women especially, to hear this, because a lot of people don't talk about this. A lot of people just feel like social media is whatever, but I can guarantee you, if you do a social media cleanse, your body and your mind is going to feel so much better. Thank you for logging on to my podcast, because I genuinely love to help people. I genuinely love to speak realness into people. Because I feel like that's what the world needs, and I feel like that's some people on this earth is just made to give other people advice, to help people. And I felt like that's what I wanted to do with this podcast. And I really hope everyone is taking in this message. Not just because I'm saying to take it in, is just because they actually need it and it's really helpful for them. So I really hope this message today opened the minds of some people, to everyone actually. Sorry, just that's what I just really hope it does. But I genuinely thank you guys. Thank you for everyone that's listening. This is just a little beginning for my journey, and I'm really glad to see those people who are on here right now, to see the beginning of this journey of mine. And really hope you guys will be consistent with me, because I really want it to be helpful for a lot of people. But yeah, Fridays is pop culture days and Wednesdays is self-awareness days. So if you like pop culture, you can listen to me on Fridays. I'll be posting videos. I'll be posting on Fridays. If you love more of a self-awareness, I'll be posting that on Wednesdays. So whatever you like. Thank you so much for logging in on Mental Harmony Podcast. Again, I am your host, Lesha, and thank you for listening. I hope I harmonized your mind today. Thank you.